Okay, so I'm finally back. Finally not doing another poll video this time, which is actually kind of crazy. And after the questionable polls that were for ANGE, which, by the way, if you haven't seen it, please check it out. Alright, it's a banger, I promise you. We are gonna take ANGE into SOS and just see how she does. Just because we need to know how busted she is. Some of you may know it, but I just want to see that for myself and just record it all for the world to see. Okay, so we got the team here that we're going to end up using here. You guys also may notice that my Rin is also A1, so I think that's going to definitely help carry us in terms of how much damage we end up pumping out. And also, the strategy that I'm actually going to use for this portion is actually inspired by Slick Rick, but at least for me, just because my rotation is a little bit different with Rin, I'm gonna do some things a little bit different with that, but for the most part, it's pretty much gonna be the same here. You guys will see what I mean when we get into the battle here, but yeah, I think that's pretty much about it here, and I think we just get started onto it. Okay, so we got everything all in order here. One thing I ended up noticing when I was recording, I ended up forgetting the knife for Wonder. I actually had the Arc knife instead of the Purgatory knife, so that had something to do with just how much damage we were just pumping out, and yeah, so that wasn't fun at all. So hopefully we end up doing more damage in general. And yeah, we're gonna just do our normal Rin stuff. One thing to keep in mind is that because the skill 1 buffs only last for just that one turn, the blade after is going to do more damage than the second time, so that's going to be something to be mindful of for later, and you guys will see why. And luckily we actually dodged the freeze for once, specifically for Red. Everyone else I can care less for, but yeah, so as long as we just end up doing a bunch of damage, yeah, we'll be all good. And luckily now we can finally start using ANGE here. And really, it's pretty simple. You just use skill 1 and skill 3, really. You're just getting the damage up and the extra attack and pierce buffs. And we'll use the highlight, but that's not going to be for later. We'll just say ANGE highlight or the rewind in this case. But yeah. And then we're just going to go ahead and just do our normal rotation here. We get the bust from the twins, so that'll at least be pretty nice. And now we go ahead and use Rin highlight here. And that's gonna be the first thing here. So that's pretty good. Alright, and then now we're gonna go and heal with Dionysus. I ended up putting the Medea Aran skill card. I probably butchered the name if I'm being honest, but yeah, so we can at least heal for quite a bit here, so, and we can still get the extra buffs from the crit damage. So that's at least pretty good, honestly. Alright, and we get the shields from Matoy, and then the extra heals from ANGE, so which is pretty nice. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and do our first blade here, and we're gonna get the buffs from skill 1 on this one in particular, not from the next one. So this is gonna be the one that does the most damage. But let's see how much damage she do. How much damage does she do? Okay, I didn't read the thing on top, but you know, we're already past 12, already at almost at 13 million, so that's actually a really good start. Immediately switching blades. Okay, let's not target Matoy. Okay, I was a little worried there. Okay. Alright, anyways, now we can go ahead and do skill 3, which just increases the attack and also increases the pierce rate for everyone in the party, so. And with A1, it would also give the crit rate, but we don't have that, so yeah. Unfortunately, we'll have to just live with that. But yeah, okay, so yeah, so right now we're at 13 million, and then we're now gonna go ahead and use Purifying Flames on Matoy just to get the buff or the burn on someone here. And now we go ahead and do skill 1 again. And then now we gotta wait on everyone to do this, bro. This is literally just a filler episode. Or in between, so. And we have to wait for quite a while on this, dude. Alright, finally. And now we're gonna also do a Matoi highlight, just to get the extra debuffs on here. I mean, still on all this, we're gonna see how much damage we still do on all this. And we get the shields here. Alright, now second blade, how much damage we doing? How much damage we doing? 3.2 million. That's actually really good. Okay, and you know, my luck just knocked out Wonder. Yeah. Yeah, so that's fine and dandy. Let's hopefully my Matoi doesn't die. Okay, good dice, nice dodge. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Alright, now we're back at it again, so we can now go back to skill 1 here with Matoi. And that's pretty much it with her rotations, just skill 1, skill 3. And then just heals to the middle whenever, I guess, so. Yeah, pretty simple all around here. And then now we're gonna go ahead and get the extra buffs here. From the twins. And also, it will help us sustain a little bit, because now we're gonna go ahead and get Matoi and also ANGE heal. So this should at least sustain us for a little bit for this next portion. And hopefully we end up dodging the freeze too, because I don't want to have to reset all of this again. And now we gotta go on that. So yeah. Alright, now we just go ahead and do skill 1 here. Okay, that's okay, I was at 1.1 million. Okay, luckily we dodged the freeze. Okay, so that's okay, that's good. Alright, let's not target Matoi, please. Let's not target Matoi, please. Oh my gosh, let's not target her. Oh my gosh, I actually, these guys can go actually Persona 3 themselves, bro. I'm not even joking. These guys can actually go frick themselves. Oh my gosh. Ah! Okay, so now that we got everything all set here, hopefully, everyone doesn't target Matoi like the last time, and also we dodged the freezes. So, yeah, that was real fun. Yeah, thank you very much, game, for just, you know, rubbing it in, doing all this, bro, for nothing. Oh my gosh. Right. Anyways, so, yeah, now we gotta get back to where we were before. So hopefully we just dodged the freeze here. Can we do that, please, Ren? As long as Ren dodges the freeze. Okay, that's even better. Okay, perfect. Alright, that's huge. Okay, that's good. Alright, good start there, Ren. That's a good start. If we can do that again, the second time around that freeze comes in, that would be great. Anyways, yeah, but yeah, it just means more time to show ANGE. So we get the nice damage amplification here, or damage up, and then from here go ahead and do skill 2, get the extra buffs here. So yeah, so there we go again here. Hopefully, yeah, just hopefully my Ren does a lot of damage and also hits her crits too. But we'll go ahead and see here. After switching out the knives, you know, I'm still remembering all that just because I didn't even notice that the entire time I was recording. I'm serious. Anyways, we just go back into our normal rotation here, and well, we get the little extra sustains here, which is pretty nice. All right, now we're going to do the first play. So let's see how much damage is she doing. Let's see how much damage she pumping out here. We got 3.4 million. Okay, nice. Okay, that's a good start right there. Alright, now, hopefully, let's see how they do in terms of targeting. Okay, let's not target Rin, please. Now, of course, we were targeting Rin. Yeah, that's just my luck, okay? Like, yeah. That's totally not gonna help backfire us later, right? Totally not, right? I don't know. Yep, and also I don't know if I'm crazy or not, but I don't know if, I think ANGE's voice line is like really loud for some reason. I don't know. It might just be me. I might be crazy. Anyways, now we go ahead and do a Purifying Flames on Mitoy here. Just get the extra burn here. And then now back to skill 1 here. And then now this is the part where we get to the filler episode. Or we can just skip it, honestly. Alright. Anyways, now we can go ahead and do our Mitoy highlight here. And see just how much damage she ends up, or for specifically our Ren's gonna pump out here. Alright, and then second blade, how much damage are we doing? Let's see. 3.1 million. Okay, not bad. Okay, let's not target. Okay, wait, Rin, dodge! Oh my gosh, bro. I'm actually gonna go Persona 3 myself, bro. Oh my gosh.
One is drunk, high, or asleep.
Okay, so I don't know how this game knows. First Mitoy, next Rin. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Now what's next? The twins? I don't know, bro. This game knows something, and I just can't prove it. Like, I don't know how. Anyways, yeah, let's just go back to our normal rotation here. And hopefully we just end up surviving and dodging freezes. Rin, I need you to dodge this freeze, please. And also on the next one, too. Because I want to get a perfect run here. Okay, good. Okay, that's fine. Okay, you dodge the freeze, that's all that matters. Okay, nice dodge. Okay. Okay, alright, nice. I don't know how... Okay, Rin's just dodging these. Okay, cool. Alright, now we go ahead and do our ANGE stuff here. I'm still upset, bro. Like, how many times Rin just decides to not dodge the freeze? But also, too, just how many times I'm getting targeted by literally one person. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, the entire team gangs up on one person, dude, and I just can't do anything about it, bro. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like legit, like, what am I supposed to do against that? Oh yeah, I should have just played better, man. You know, it's just a skill issue. Yeah. Anyways, let's just get back to our normal stuff here. Alright. Yep, everything's going pretty fine so far. Alright, let's see. Alright, first blade, how much damage are we doing here? Alright, first blade. Let's see. How much damage? 3.4 million. Alright, cool. Alright, that's a good start. That's a good start right there. So we're still hitting the damage that we need to. Let's not target one person, please. Okay, I guess that could be worse, honestly. And if any signs or indication, Wonder or maybe Mitoy. I don't know. I'm just hoping that I don't have to go around the full circle of teams that die. I don't want that, so if we can avoid that, that would be awesome. Alright, and then now we're gonna go ahead and do Purifying Flames here. Alright, and then again, the part where you guys will just end up skipping here. Alright, and back to Mitoy highlight here. So we're gonna see just how much damage we end up doing. Again, if we get the 3 million mark, we'll be good. Alright, how much damage? 3.2 million. Okay, good. Alright, that's nice. Alright, of course they knocked down Wonder. That's just my luck. Let's see if Wonder can, just dodge those, please. That'll be really nice. Okay, let's not get any funny ideas here. Let's not get any funny ideas on targeting Wonder. Let's not do that, please. And thank you. Okay, yeah. Alright, now we go back and do our buffs here. So, as long as we can just get the freeze, or dodge the freeze here at this point, we should be good, hopefully. Yeah, anyways, now we go back, do Rebellion. Like, yeah. Alright, anyways, and then now, hopefully we can sustain here. This should at least hopefully be enough. So, but we'll see, we'll see. Alright, so Red, I need you to dodge this freeze, please. I need you to dodge the freeze. Please. Okay, thank goodness. Okay, let's go. Alright, now we just gotta get lucky on the targeting. So let's not target on one person in particular. Okay. Yeah, that's just, yeah, look at that. Huh, okay. Okay, finally we're past this point. So now we can go ahead and actually start doing everything here. Okay, yeah. Right, now we go ahead and do skill 1 here. Alright, and then this is where now finally we can actually use the rewind here. We're gonna use it on this turn just so that way we get the bust from skill 1 here and not on the last one. Just because, you know, we're gonna end up dealing more damage on this turn than we are the last one. So just something to keep in mind here. You know, luckily we, you know, from here, yeah, we're gonna be all good here. Yeah. Alright. Yep. And then here we go again, another filler episode. Let's go! Alright. Now we go ahead and do the rewind on this turn here in particular. So let's go ahead and do that on Rin here. Let's see, how much damage do we do here? Alright, let's see that. Alright, first blade here. How much damage do we do? Let's see. Blade number 1. What we doing? 5.7 million. Okay, okay, that was actually really huge. Hold up. Okay, that was actually huge. And then we'll go ahead and do skill 1 here. Just to refresh it, I guess. Alright, let's see. Second blade. How much damage do we do? Let's see that damage. 7.3 million! Holy crap! Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, 6-7! Oh my goodness, guys! 6-7! Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness. Alright, yeah, I've been going insane, okay? I don't know how many times I've been trying to do all this. Alright, now we can go ahead and finish off strong here. Yeah. I've been going insane, honestly. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and finally use our snake dude, Yamata no Orochi, and just do his main skill here to increase the damage taken. And yeah, get the damage taken, which, yeah, it's another filler episode again. Yeah, that's great. You know, the heals here don't matter at this point in the round. Yeah. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and do skill 3 here. Alright, and then finally we're gonna go ahead and finish off with Rin highlight here, just to get the extra damage here. Alright, cool. And then you know, just so we can refresh this here, just use Ange's skill 3 here, you know, just cause, you know, just to finish off here, you know, cause why not? Alright, and then let's see, how much damage do we finish off here? Let's see, how much damage we doing? 3.2 million, I think. Yeah, so I read that there correctly. Let's see, how much damage do we do? 80 million! Oh my gosh, okay, yeah. Like, see, this is, you know, we're doing way better. The last attempt I did was 75 million, and then the one before that was 67 million. So, yeah, you know what? That's actually really good, especially for A1, just because we can get the extra blade in there. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that score, to say the least. Yeah, 222nd, 222, huh? That's a really nice number to see. You know what? I'm happy with that. I will take that. And, yeah, I think that's pretty much going to be about it with the SOS. I think I'm pretty satisfied with that here. But overall, though, you guys can definitely see how busted ANGE can be, especially with the higher awarenesses, as I stated. But yeah, but like I said, though, hopefully I will get A1 soon. Yeah. Anyways, though, but yeah, I guess A2 is also pretty nice, but it's just like the damage amplification with you know, the rewind. So I'm not as concerned as that, but for sure A1 I definitely want to get though at some point. But hopefully we'll revisit that some other time. Anyways, hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and hopefully I can also do more variety than just, you know, polls. I definitely want to do that, so be on the lookout for those types of videos. But yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. As for the next video, just because we are in a 3-week patch, I might try to figure out something for the extra week before the Makoto Yuki update comes out, which there's gonna be quite a bit of content with that. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna be about it here. But as always though, before I head out, you guys know the drill at this point. No more Ganas. Yeah, no, none of this bozo. And also, of course, no Riddlers, as I always say. Yeah, and hopefully you guys take care of yourselves. Peace out.